Hey there, Aries. I appreciate your patience. I intended to have these readings done at the first half of the month, first week of the month, actually, but had some emergency dental stuff to deal with. So, yeah, and life. Anyways, this is a reading for October 2024. This is a month at a glance. We're going to go through the weeks. We have clarifiers as well, and we're going to touch upon some of the astrology that is associated, of the first part of the month and then moving into the second part. So I do want to say here for this month, we have Mars in Cancer throughout the month, which is going to affect your fourth house of family, your home, your household income, and also like your immediate living situations. And this can highlight a need or desire to like tackle home projects, stuff that's been kind of on the back burner. This can also talk about like home business ventures. So be mindful of utilizing the time for those types of things. Um, Mars, this is kind of a harsher energy. It can also talk about possible drama among people that are close to you or your family members or the people that live under the roof of your home. So it's just saying be mindful of that and be mindful of how you tread with that. Like tread lightly, just because not everybody's going to be thinking of like how they explode or how they react, and it's like if you have a better sense of understanding, you're kind of like armed with that power to not like go off the deep end with people because stuff may get a little combative. And I do see some of that here in the first week as well. It's interesting, I say that. Let me talk about this in a second here. Your oracle card for this month here, Aries, is a change in the wind. This energy, this oracle energy, it talks about situations that there may be some unseen changes that things may go and experience. Things may experience some unseen changes. Situations that maybe your plans were set in one way, they need to be revised because there may be like holes in the plan or they weren't really well thought through. They're unstable, is essentially what this energy is talking about. And you can't really build on a foundation that isn't there. So it's asking for you to make, you know, repairs on that or to address certain things that have kind of been wibbly wobbly. And it is clarified by the Five of Pentacles here. So, in a way, that this is positive just because it says, if we've been financially unstable in certain ways or if things have been a little bit questionable, it's asking for us to really pay attention to the foundations of how we are making our money or, where we're maybe having like issues and really address them so that we can turn that around. The Five of Pentacles in reverse is coming out of the cold. It's coming out of a sense of lack. It's putting yourself in a better position than you found yourself in. It's getting your finances in a better sense of order. So yeah, that's coming through here. On the 2nd of October, we have had already, because I'm late with these readings, we had a new moon solar eclipse in Libra, and this affected your seventh house of partnerships. This is love relationships, your closest connections, the people that you do business with. This could even be like a roommate or a lover. But this can talk about new commitments happening between you and people, new beginnings, new collaborations, even new business partnerships. So just be available for that. I do want to say here, though, this first week, you do have the Page of Flames, the Page of Wands in reverse, and it's also clarified by the Queen of Cups in reverse. This is a harsher energy. Okay, so this is a type of person that they can offer up psychic attacks. They can offer up manipulative tactics. This is somebody that schmoozes and talks a good game. They know how you emotionally operate, and so they can utilize that to their benefit. This may also be somebody that promises a lot and underdelivers considerably, or they don't deliver anything at all. This can be somebody that they pose in one way and they come off in one way, but truly they're just kind of like a mirage. Like there's nothing there, you know? So be mindful of that. It's somebody that is intentionally manipulative, and you may have already experienced this. Um, hey, Toulouse, can you not do that to the thing? Hey, stop, Toulouse. Sorry. I'd like to keep my items intact. Yeah, it could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio person or a Aries, Leo, Sagittarian. Either way, though, in this first week, it's kind of indicating that there may be some manipulative tactics from somebody that just really doesn't have your best interest at heart. And they may offer a sense of chaos, or what they offer may be chaotic enough to where it helps you redirect the path that you're on, but it's not like a intended correction. It's like a course correction because you had to. Okay. um Moving into the second week here in August, we have Jupiter, and it's going direct in Gemini. Hey, Teak. Oh my God. I'm surprised anything stayed the same way. Okay. Yeah, on the 9th of October, Jupiter goes direct in Gemini, which affects your third house. And this can offer you an opportunity to use this energy to revisit things that you may have put on the back burner, or maybe you set aside because you didn't know how to utilize these opportunities, or you didn't know how to connect with these people or these opportunities here. And now you get a chance to revisit, reassess, and make a change in that. You can actually use it for the better. This can talk about creative projects that just need a little bit of life breathed into them. This can talk about opportunities that you thought may have expired and they're still quite viable. Okay, especially with the Page of Cups and the World in reverse. This talks about situations where it's like you may be getting communication from somebody about a creative project that you thought may have kind of like run its course, or you thought wasn't on the table anymore. Suddenly it's on the table. Could be a connection with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio person as well. Doesn't have to be. This just can very much indicate that there are new opportunities that give you the chance to really endeavor in your creative, intuitive, and artistic capabilities. On the 11th of October, Pluto goes direct in Capricorn, which is going to affect your 10th house of career, your status. Guys, your promotions. I'm going to shut this out. Oh my God. Just chill. Chill out, guys. This will affect your status and potential financial raises from employers, business opportunities. Um, and so be prepared to, uh, maybe release some things in this area, maybe even situations that have been outdated, or like existing patterns that you've kind of like cycled with for a long time, especially when it comes to your status, or like limitations that you may have experienced, situations where it's like you're capped, like you only can receive so much because this is all that this thing allows, so now it's kind of like blowing the lid off of that. But it asks you to be mindful of how you change these patterns so that you can have a better work life, a better career life. That's coming through as well. And a lot of you are going to be really utilizing a creative opportunity and making the best of it, because it does have a lot to offer, for sure. So moving into the third week here, we have the higher self. This is the high priestess. Okay, so Pisces, Cancerian energy. This is really nice just because I feel here you guys are going to be given the opportunity to really delve deeply within yourselves, within your intuition, um, really looking within that inner landscape, the inner world. This can also talk about like being very, very mindful of what you consider before making an action here as well. It's clarified by the Page of Swords. So for me, a lot of this can talk about like self-exploration, exploring your psychic vision, exploring your intuition, educating yourself on esoteric sciences, spirituality, delving deep within what means the most to you and your inner landscape. This can also talk about like some people would like do ketamine therapy or something like that. I can't recommend that. I just know that people do alternative medicines and stuff of that nature. So I'm not going to venture too much into that because YouTube is very restrictive on what they allow people to say. But there are a lot of alternative therapies out there, especially like microdosing and stuff like that. So you are the judge of your life, and you choose to do what you will with that. And please research. This is all about research, okay? Also on the 17th of October, which actually is in 2 days, I'm doing this reading on the 15th because I'm late. In 2 days, we actually have the full moon in your sign, Aries, which is going to offer a change in course to your personal path, your personal goals and projects. So it's going to offer you a pretty interesting shakeup when it comes to freeing up restrictive energies or freeing up stagnant energies that have kind of allowed you to remain small. They've kept you in a mindset of lack or a certain level of limitation. And here we have the opportunity to see beyond that limitation, and the sky's the limit. So be available for that, but also be ready to shake your cage. This is like you getting yourself out of a period of being small or seeing yourself as small. This helps you realign with your own personal path. This isn't just like financial stuff like that. This is like your own personal path, which also ties very much into the High Priestess. So really, really delving deeply within your internal landscape, your internal world, and just connecting with yourself in ways that maybe have been limited or unseen before. Now we're actually paying attention to the unseen. We're venturing into the unseen. And I think that that's really helpful. For some of you, you may also be receiving like tarot readings, or you may be doing your own psychic investigations. Again, be careful though, because here we do have energy that can indicate psychic attack, emotional manipulative tactics, problems with people that really have no business in our lives. They're just problematic for the sake of being problematic, and they're kind of volatile in that way. They seek to cause issues. So whatever this is, I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. This could even be somebody on your work team that doesn't like you, and they're not rooting for you, and they have it out for you, and so they're going to spread lies. They're going to like work on other people's manipulative, like they're going to manipulate other people's emotions. This is not a good energy. So just be aware that there may be some element of change that comes through that. I don't want to like foreshadow it and like, oh, everybody's against you, because it's not it. But like, if you know what this energy is about, guard yourself from it. Guard yourself from it and stay as far away from it as possible. In the last portion of this month, we have Mercury in Scorpio, which is going to affect your 8th house of responsibilities, shared joint responsibilities, investments, intimacy. And this can also offer you a really unique time to like delve deeper into your intimate connections, your sexual connections. It doesn't have to just be sexual and intimate, but like people that are closely connected to you. It's like you get to dive deeper into the meaning of the relationship to stabilize it. This can also help to realign you with people that are better suited to boost your finances, your financial opportunities. There's also Venus in the eighth house throughout this month as well, which is going to expand growth in your investments. So it's not just intimacy, but once Venus enters into that, and also once it starts to enter into Sagittarius, it can initiate a lot of focus on your long distance relationships, your long distance connections, perhaps business ventures at a distance. So just be mindful to really utilize that energy to kind of like break out of your routines and your patterns. Shake yourself up. We're like shaking our cage here, and it's a way to help break up the monotony so that we can see opportunities expanding for us. We're not like held in this little box. Okay. This fourth week you have the Eight of Wands with the Queen of Swords. Now, speaking of long distance travel, long distance connections, business, this does talk about that. It talks about travel. It talks about communications from afar. It talks about making the effort to engage in situations that may be out of our normal scope of, our immediate surroundings, but they have a lot of opportunity and benefit in them. Here with the Queen of Swords is just asking for us to really be logical and pay attention to things so we're not like taking on opportunities that are too far away from us, that are too, something. It's asking for us to look through these opportunities through a lens of logic and clarity so that we're not adding situations that are going to be, good ideas, but still out of reach, or they add too much of a, difficulty to your situation. I do think also for a lot of you, for some of you, for a lot of you, some, a lot, whatever you want to do. Those of you that have communications with people at long distances, this also may be a situation where it's like you can free up some energy regarding honesty and truth telling when it comes to maybe people that have caused instability in your life, or maybe you've gone the extra mile to help people and they didn't value that, but also the way that they exited the connection, it left you unstable. Here it's almost as if like we have the opportunity to really kind of address that, and it may be uncomfortable for those people because it feels like they might be avoiding the issue. Here it's like you're kind of bringing down the hammer and being very honest about what you need to convey. Wherever the chips may fall, they fall. Whether that person is to remain in your life or to, exit, it's neither here nor there. You make room for the authenticity, you make room for your honesty, and whatever path that aligns with, you allow that to happen. Because what we're really trying to do is to not uphold instability. We're trying to course correct situations, a change in the wind. Remember, situations that are topsy-turvy, situations that really need a better sense of firm ground to exist upon. Here it's like everything's being shaken out because it's wibbly wobbly. So just be mindful of that energy, and just don't be afraid to be honest with the people that need your honesty. It may be a little harsh, and especially with this full moon on the way in your sign, Mars ruled, and Mars in Cancer all month long. Like we have a lot of your like vibrant, volatile energy that's being presented. Be careful about how you communicate and how you convey yourself. You hold a potent amount of power behind your words and your actions, but this is also asking for us to temper our actions through reason and logic and fairness. Okay, this isn't an opportunity to just like go ham on people and like lash out at them. Like that's not what this is about. This is about for you. This is a time for you to be able to offer your critical criticism and critique and honesty, and it may be uncomfortable, but so be it. Sometimes people do things that are they leave us in uncomfortable situations in our life. And here it is like, yeah, we can pick up the pieces, but also sometimes people need to like be put in their place and they need to know. So don't be afraid to tell them that. Don't be afraid to, close chapters for yourself, close chapters for your life, weed out people that are actively like malicious towards you or emotionally like disruptive or manipulative, or they manipulate other people to turn them against you. This is hella narcissistic energy, not even cool. So be aware of that, okay? But other than that, good luck. There's change happening. Embrace it and walk your path. It's all yours. I love you guys. Feel free to contact me for a reading. All my info's in the description box below. Take care. Bye, Aries.